Let me just say that again. Krishna says, if you become conscious of me, you will pass over all the obstacles. Sarva Durgani, Mat Prasada, by my grace. And then Krishna says that if you act not hearing me, you'll be lost. So always keep contact with Krishna. Krishna can carry you. Krishna is carrying you. And Krishna can help you overcome any difficulty, any block that may be there. And like this, through the knowledge of the Gita, what Krishna is doing systematically is he's not just telling Arjuna, Masucha, don't have fear. Krishna is teaching Arjuna so much knowledge that helps him realize, when I go to bed at night, there's no reason to have anxiety. Nowadays, people can't go to sleep because they have so much anxiety. So much anxiety. But if you come close to Krishna, Mahasucha, no need to be in anxiety, no need to fear. Everything will be okay. So like this, the Bhagavad Gita is the ultimate therapy book, because it helps you to actually find peace on the deepest level. Every other method in this world to try and find peace, it won't last. It will help you for some time, and then the worries will come back again and again. But if you change your consciousness, and if you realize Krishna is on my side, Yatra Yogeshwara Krishna, Yatra Bhavato Dhamurvaya, Tatra Shir Vijayo Dhuvir, Dhruva Nadir Nadir Mama. Wherever there is Krishna, wherever there is the sincere devotee, there will always be victory, there will always be opulence, there will always be morality, beauty, and all positive things. So we have the opportunity in our life now to really take advantage. Actually, you know, like when you run a marathon race, and then when you get into the final lap, then you come into the stadium, isn't it? And then they ring the bell, final lap, ding, ding, ding. You ran the whole marathon. Now imagine someone after running the whole marathon comes into the stadium, the whole crowd is cheering, it's the final lap, the finish line is in sight, and then you say, oh, I'm too tired, I can't do it. It's agonizing, but you're right there. So dear devotees, what can we say? We don't know how many lifetimes it took to come to this point. We are on the threshold of eternity. Don't give up now. Now is the time not to slow down or stop. Now is the time to go faster than ever. The final sprint. So this is it. It's not a long life. Prabhu was saying in the introduction, he is young, doesn't feel like it. 43 now, 44, the youth of old age. Life goes quick. Life goes quick. For monks, we understand that our life is being reduced. You know how? Our sika gets lower and lower. As your sika gets lower, you understand your hairline is dropping. I'm just letting you into a secret. And then we understand we're getting older and older. It feels like yesterday I was 21 and I joined the temple. And that's nearly 25 years ago. In another 25 years, I don't know. Will I even be here? Maybe, maybe not. We don't know. Time is moving. So yes, these were just some introductory words to share with all of you. But what I'd really like to do is hear from all of you. Maybe you have some questions, something on your mind, something you'd like to ask about philosophy, about practice. Then maybe we can have a little bit of a discussion. Does that sound okay?
Sure.
Yeah? Does anyone have a question they would like to begin? The first one is the brave one. Ma Sucha. Don't fear. Alright, good. Wonderful.
Hare Krishna, Maharaj.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much for a wonderful introductory class. It was very enlightening, very entertaining, and I took down a lot of notes as well. I have a question regarding something that you have not mentioned today. How do we know if we have conducted Vaishnava aparadh, not just in this lifetime, but maybe even in the past lives?
Thank you. The devotees are very dear to Krishna. In the Adi Puranas, Krishna says, Ye me bhakta jana partha, na me bhaktascha te janaha, mad bhaktanam cha me bhaktas, te me bhaktatamam mataha. Krishna says, if one thinks they are my direct devotee, they are not my devotee. But if they become the devotee of my devotee, then they become very dear to me. So we have to realize that the Vaishnavas, the devotees who have given their hearts and minds to serving Krishna, they have credit with Krishna. When you're trying to find a job, you may be wholly unqualified, spaced out, and not really worthy. But if you know someone in the company, so sometimes it's not what you know, it's who you know. That's how the material world works. So the spiritual version is it's not what you know, it's who you know. Because if a Vaishnava smiles on you, if a Vaishnava is very pleased with you, then even our weakness and so many things can be overcome. But in the same way, if we displease, if we hurt, if we're insensitive, if we harm another devotee of Krishna, that is very, very injurious to our spiritual life. We should be very, very conscious, very aware. How do we know that we have committed Vaishnava aparadh? What will generally happen is that you will lose your enthusiasm for spiritual life. One time Rupa Goswami was meditating on Krishna's pastimes, and in his meditation he saw a scene from Kusum Sarovar. Krishna was hiding in a tree and sitting on a branch, and then along came Srimati Radharani. And Radharani saw a flower on the branch, so she went to pick it. And as soon as she put her hand up, boom, Krishna jumped off the branch, Radharani went flying. So Radharani was on this branch suspended in midair, and Krishna was laughing. And Rupa Goswami saw the whole scene and he began laughing. But just at that moment, there was a sage who walked past who was slightly limping. And so the sage was walking past, Rupa Goswami was laughing, and the sage thought, oh, he's laughing at me? And then later on, Rupa Goswami's meditation broke. Later on, Rupa Goswami understood, I've offended someone, but who have I offended? His brother told him, arrange prasadam, and whoever doesn't turn up is the person you offended. And like that, he found out and then begged forgiveness. So generally what happens is if we offend another devotee, then our enthusiasm will start to wane. Our hunger to be with devotees, that will start to move away. So therefore, we should be conscious. Let us please the devotees. They are Krishna se tomar, Krishna dite paro, tomar shaka ki ache, ekaki amal nahi paya bal, harinam sankirtane. Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, ekaki amal, me alone, nahi paya bal. I don't have the strength. Harinam sankirtane, to practice spiritual life. Alone I'm weak. But the devotees, Krishna say Tomai, Krishna is yours, you captured him in your heart. Therefore, Dhai Tava Bache Bache, I'm running behind you again and again, please give me Krishna. So don't think that, we should never think that we can please Krishna while displeasing the devotees. Alright? Thank you so much. Anyone else?
Hare Krishna Maharaj, thank you so much for an amazing class. I feel very inspired. I just had a question. How do we encourage youth to build relationships with their potential spiritual masters?
How do we encourage young people to develop relationships with their spiritual masters? First question. First thing is, we can learn from everyone. We should be expert at learning from all the Vaishnavas. Sometimes we're looking for the spiritual master. And in the process of looking for that one person, we miss out that there are so many devotees right around us that we can already learn from. So the first thing we should do is we should become expert at learning from everyone. Look around in your community and see all the great devotees who each have been blessed with a special quality. Learn from them. Like that, you can have many Shiksha Gurus first. Second thing is, develop a deep relationship with Srila Prabhupada first. Srila Prabhupada is our founder Acharya. He is the preeminent Shiksha Guru. And when we deeply understand Srila Prabhupada's heart, then we will be able to find that person who's dedicated their life to Srila Prabhupada. So read all of Srila Prabhupada's books. Even read his conversations and his letters. Even read his biographies. So much. Yes, it's beautiful. Christians, sometimes they have a wristband. WWJD. You know this?
Yes. What would Jesus do?
What would Jesus do? So we can also think in every situation, what would Srila Prabhupada do? We should become very close to Srila Prabhupada. When I joined the temple, a delegation from my family came. So they were quizzing me. I said, you should get a job. I said, I have a job. Now first they said, you should get married. I said, I'm already engaged. I'm already engaged in devotional service. Okay. Get a job. Already have a job. Who? Prabhupada's my boss. This is not a proper job. I said, it is. They said, what's the salary? I said, I don't know about the salary, but the retirement plan is out of this world. So Prabhupada is the one we're serving. Srila Prabhupada came all alone. When Prabhupada arrived in America, Bolo Krishna, Koile Krishna, Adha me prati, ki logi amila heta koro he tapati. Krishna, you are very kind, but I don't know why you brought me into this terrible place. Achekichu karja taba e anuman. Nahe kana eni bana say ugrasthan. But I guess you must have some work here. Otherwise, why would you bring me to this terrible place? Rajastama guna era sabaya chan. Vasudeva Kataruchi Nahese Prasan. I'm looking at everyone here and everyone's absorbed in the material modes of passion and ignorance. They have no taste for hearing about Krishna. Prabhupada came all alone in 1965 in the coldest recorded New York winter to share Krishna consciousness. Prabhupada is our us. So, first establish a deep relationship with Srila Prabhupada. Establish and learn from all the Vaishnavas. Have many Shiksha Gurus in your life. And then, third thing is, become a qualified disciple. It doesn't matter if you find the best spiritual master in the world. If we are not a qualified disciple, what will we do? So, yes, we have to be able to place faith in our spiritual master. But sometimes we have to look in the mirror and say, can my spiritual master put faith in me? Am I trustworthy? And then, once you become qualified as a disciple, then hear. Listen. Listen to the words of the saintly people. And don't just listen to their words, listen to their heart. And by Krishna's grace, someone's voice will resonate. And it will become very clear to you. This is the person through whom Krishna is communicating to me. So yes, it's a very wonderful thing. If you have a guru in your life, then you can achieve the unimaginable. But it's not a cheap thing. It requires a very, very deep commitment of the heart. So I would say, don't rush. First, learn from the devotees. First, learn and develop a deep relationship with Prabhupada. And first, look within and become a serious devotee. And then, through listening, everything will come. Alright?
Thank you so much, Maharaj.
Thank you.
Maharaj. I have a question that is that right approach to differentiate between the deities established by the Srila Prabhupada and like Srila Prabhupada established any deities and but new temples they are coming and their deities are established by some other their disciple or someone else. So is it right approach to differentiate between them or no?
Hari Hari. Krishna is unlimited, isn't it? Krishna, he can manifest himself in so many ways by his mercy. And when the devotees come, then Krishna agrees to come under their control. So Srila Prabhupada, by his causeless mercy, he said, I've captured Krishna and I've brought him here for you. And so many deities of Krishna, Srila Prabhupada invited and brought here so that all of us could be blessed. So they are all special. The deities brought by Srila Prabhupada are very, very special. But any deity of Krishna. Because when a devotee worships the deity with love, then Krishna manifests. And then is Sakshat Krishna. So then, just as incredible, just as beautiful. One time, a group of devotees were having a transcendental argument. We don't just have arguments. Whatsoever is transcendental. Which are the most beautiful deities in ISKCON? Obviously, Radha Gokulananda. Obviously. No, Krishna said, Radha Parishishvara. Krishna is just like a French boy. No, Radha Shyam Sundar, Vrindavan. Prabhupada said, the source of all deities. And then as everyone was arguing, one devotee put his hand out, he said, you're wrong. He was so confident. He said, okay, what's your idea? He was so confident. He said, okay, what's your idea? He said, the most beautiful deities in ISKCON are the deities that you worship with your heart. Premanjana Churita Bhakti Vedochaya Sankashade Varidayoshi Vilokayanti Yam Shyama Sundaram Achindya Guna Sarupam Govindamai Purusham Padaham Yatajami. You have to have eyes of love. Prem Anjana. Eyes which are salve, smeared with the salve of love. So, we have to just serve. That's the most important thing. And then Krishna will immediately manifest. Don't try to see God, but act in such a way that God will want to see you. So therefore Krishna is unlimited and Krishna can manifest himself in unlimited ways. Alright?
Thank you.
Yes.
Here you go.
Hare Krishna Maharaj. Just on the topic of gurus, I just wanted to know what was your guru's qualities, like what Vaishnava qualities did he exhibit that attracted you most to him, and like the Mrs. Association and stuff.
So what were the glorious qualities of the spiritual master that attracted me to him? For a long time I never got initiated. It took me a long time actually. I was so impressed by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada captured my imagination. And although I understood that we need a living guru, for me Srila Prabhupada was everything. And so for many years I never took initiation because I was satisfied. Srila Prabhupada has given me everything. When I came in contact with my spiritual master, what convinced me that he was my spiritual master is because by and through my relationship with him, I felt even more connected to Srila Prabhupada. I felt even more love for Srila Prabhupada. I felt it was actually non-different than associating with someone like Srila Prabhupada. And therefore, every guru in the parampara is a perfect representative of the previous spiritual masters. And in that way, one can understand that they are connecting me all the way back to Krishna. So that was definitely one thing that very much impressed me. There could be many, many other things I could say. It could become a whole seminar. I'll say one other thing. The other thing that convinced me that this was my spiritual master is he made Krishna consciousness accessible. After I'd taken sannyas one day he came into my room and he picked up my danda. Sannyasis test out each other's dandas. He picked up my danda and he said, "It's very heavy." So he said, "Come to my room." So I went to his room, and in his room was his danda. Try it out. So I picked up his danda and it was like a feather. So light. So he looked at me, he was smiling, he said, "What do you think?" I said, "It's very light." He said, "You like it?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "It's yours." And then he said, "The vow of sannyas is already heavy, so at least you can have a light danda." But it taught me that what the spiritual master does is he makes something which is very heavy, very light. He makes something which is very, very high, within reach. He makes something which is very, very deep, understandable. He makes something which is very, very pure, accessible to even with someone with so many weaknesses. And this is basically what the spiritual master does, makes everything accessible to us. And therefore I realized, when I was with him, I felt anything is possible. Even for someone with so many defects, it's possible. That confidence, that faith, that enthusiasm. And therefore I understood, this is the person. I need his help. And if he smiles on me, maybe my life will be successful. So I'm trying, failing every day, but still trying. And like that, we're so fortunate that we have Srila Prabhupada and so many wonderful devotees in our movement who do that very same thing. So take advantage. Take advantage of the Vaishnavas. Don't stay away. My parents told